trying to get in field goal range, which is fine with me. Got my room set up. I'm going to go into my room after the first half's over. 15 seconds left. I don't think he'll take a knee. Actually, I'm not going to say that. I don't know what he'll do at the end of the halves anymore. Give it a shot. Let it rip. Your offense playing well. Let it rip. Keep Montrell Johnson in for blocking. 325 total yards of offense for the Florida Gators. Let's go. Let's see. Trips to the top. Play action. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, they can't tackle. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 19 on a quarterback draw. Wow. Let's go. You can't get him down. Actually, they could. I mean, those shoulder tackles. If you're a young guy watching this, shoulder tackles do not work. You got to wrap up. Why, man? My TV's messing up. So many people trying to stream in because Florida's doing well. Oh, it's aggravating. Here we go. So, are they going to take a shot at the end zone? Or are they going to try to get like a 10-yard out, try to get closer to a field goal? Oh, my God. It's going to be incomplete. Take a shot at the end zone. Take a shot at the end zone. Do a little Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary. I need to get cable. Streaming doesn't work very well for a YouTuber. 2 seconds. Oh, I mean, Mahala's got a leg, though. Mahala's got a leg. I may be behind. Y'all probably already seen this kick. So 2 seconds, let's see. 57. No, this is 59. This is a 59-yarder right here. Yeah, they say he was kicking 57 with nobody coming in. A little different when you got somebody coming in at you. But Mahala's got a leg. The thing is, he's not the most accurate kicker, especially short yard. I don't know what it is. 30-yard attempts is not his forte. Here we go again. Oh, this aggravates me. I haven't had a problem with my stream all day. Probably because I'm live right now. I got AT&T. That's another negative. Hey, buddy. What am I doing? I'm talking with people. What y'all think? 59-yarder. I think he's got the leg. I think he's more comfortable with longer range field goals, in my opinion. Is it just me, or has Billy Napier already gotten gray right here? That'll do it for you. Let's see. Florida defense stepped up that special teams play. I mean, I figured that's why Billy Napier called a timeout. I knew he had to call a timeout because South Carolina was going to do something. They haven't done anything all day. And it was a wide open. All right, let's see. They're going to call another timeout. They got another timeout. They got a guy down there. They got a guy down there. Let's see. 59-yard field goal for Mahalik. Let's go. Come on. What are we doing? What are we doing? This is some of that dumb stuff that we do at the end of the first half. It never freaking fails. Unless, okay, if you're going to take a shot instead of punting. I mean, I would have liked to see him kick it, though. I would have liked to see him kick the field goal. If I'm South Carolina, I'm declining it. I get it's a low percentage, but I like it. I still want to see him kick it. Come on now. It's that first half stuff that I don't get sometimes. Come on, I get it. Mahala's got a leg, though. This second half offense is pathetic. You're probably like the end of the first half offense is, I just don't get it. Just take a shot. Come on, roll. Okay, get away from him. There you go. Throw it. Throw it. This is, I just don't get it. I just don't get it after every first half. After every first half. Like, Napier does some stuff like that. Like questionable stuff. Like, it's going to, I hope he rethinks some of these things. Golly, it ticks me off. Like, don't trust your kicker. I don't trust him either. But you're up. Give your kicker some confidence moving forward. Golly, aggravating. But, hey, I'll take it. With our luck, it would have been blocked. I'm good with taking it into the half. I mean, I get it, but I would have. You got to put your guys in situations, man. Like, to me, what if we're playing Florida State? We need a big time kick on the road, and it's a 50-yard field goal. Like, put the pressure on some of these guys. Like, hey, don't get it blocked. Make the kick. Something. But I just, another at the end of the half, that's the only thing I have a problem with. I've still had a problem with it all year. But this game, there's only been two things. The end of the first half, I'm like whatever with it. But the special teams play, I feel like Billy Napier knew that was coming. He called a timeout before, and they left the guy wide open. South Carolina did a great job. They're a very good special teams. I mean, they play that Beamer ball, so they're good. They're good on special teams, so that makes sense. But Sunbelt Billy never tries to score before half. I don't get it. I mean, the Sunbelt stuff is whatever, but I just don't get it. I don't know if it's just, man, sometimes you just got to take a chance. Sometimes you got to, I mean, he's all about the scare money don't make money. And at the end of the first half, that is gone. But that's the only problem I have. But other than that, man, actually, he's called a really good game. I think Billy Napier has called a really good game. Ran it. I gotta see the. I mean, what are we at? 300 over 350 now. After that last drive, it's got to be over 350 in yards on offense. You know, winning percentage right now 96% for Florida. Let's see. We've done the Florida Gator defense has done a great job on Spencer Rattler. Anthony Richardson, 7 of 13, 81 yards. That one beautiful touchdown to Ricky Pearsall. Thing of beauty. Threw him open. Ricky Pearsall made a great catch. Rushing, I mean, both guys are going to have over 100. Montrell Johnson already has over 100 with 14 carries, 107 yards. Trevor Etienne, Ian, 3 carries for 90 yards, the big 85-yard freaking touchdown. That was electric. Let's see. Ricky Pearsall's had a carry. Anthony Richardson with 8 carries for 82 yards and a touchdown as well. I mean, they're running. I mean, this is what this Florida Gator team should be, is a run-first team. It should be 60%, maybe even more than that, run, and 35% passing. Anthony Richardson has missed some guys open today. You know, I know a lot of people are talking about this week. I know a lot of people, and the NFL scouts are really salivating over Anthony Richardson, which I get it. Very talented, you know, but there's been some things about his game that I would, for NFL teams that would have cause for concern, it's the easy passes that he misses. But, you know, for Anthony Richardson, man, if he can finish out the year, you know, really, really slinging it. I mean, there's really 3 games left if, you know, Florida makes a bowl game, which, I mean, ultimately you would think Florida would make a bowl game this year. So you got Vanderbilt, FSU after South Carolina, and then a bowl game. So if Anthony Richardson can finish out the year strong, you know, maybe that would make a case for him, I guess, in the NFL. But a lot of people are still predicting even the season that he's had as a first-round quarterback. Vandy making me nervous. They got a big win over Kentucky today. Vanderbilt, and I'm glad Florida's got the win over Texas A&M, and now this week with South Carolina. Listen, Vanderbilt can score. Vanderbilt's got an offense, so they can score. Florida is straight dominating today, absolutely. The one South Carolina touchdown on special teams, you know. And I feel like, I bet in the press conference or whatever, I think that Billy Napier is going to say, listen, I called a timeout and told our guys that, man, they were going to do something. I mean, they had to do something. You knew, you had to feel something was going to happen. And, you know, South Carolina executed on special teams, but that's really the only thing that South Carolina has done even remotely good is special teams. And let's see, Florida State dominating today. Absolutely, Matthew. UF having a great game. No complaints here. No, I mean, you can always nitpick. I'll nitpick every now and then. But, I mean, overall, I mean, you want to talk about a complete game. I mean, Florida's playing one of the best complete games all year. Florida has dominated. Billy Napier has called a great game. Billy Napier has called probably his best game. That first quarter was outstanding. Whenever Florida was down on the first drive, and it was first and goal. I was like, all right, run for two plays back to back, and then on that third one, maybe figure something out. They ran it twice. It was third and goal on the 4. I was like, all right. I said, get Richardson's legs involved, and they absolutely did. ETN with a great block for Richardson. I feel like Napier knows this team a little more now, so I feel like he knows how to call these plays, and he's doing a better job. Defense looks way better. Thank you, 941 Low Life. D looks way better without Cox. Let me tell you something. A.P. Ryland, I like him. He's got some bend to him. Number 52, he's got some bend. I love that bend that he comes across whenever he's getting them offensive linemen, which, he's a smaller guy. So he uses his athleticism. Man, he's got some bend to him. Princely has stepped up. A lot of the coaches were high on Princely. He has done a great job today. Jervin Dexter. It seems like the whole team, the whole defense has played better collectively. And look at Trey Dean. Trey Dean out here making plays. So, something, man, whatever Cox had, listen, holy cow. He must have been a tyrant or something, because this Florida Gator defense is different. It's just totally different. I feel like the play calling's, maybe the play calling's not different. Maybe it was just one or two guys maybe being a cancer. But, man, you could just see that this team is playing better. They're playing with juice. They're playing with juice so much. They're playing fun. They're playing free, and, the ground game. Holy cow. Listen, I like Richardson. I know he's got an arm. He's got a rifle of an arm. But, man, I think Florida can beat, especially anybody on the rest of their schedule. They can beat anybody just running the freaking ball, okay? But, man, this is absolutely crazy. Going up 21-0 at the end of the first quarter after that big 85-yard touchdown run from ETN, dude, I was so excited. I was over there fist bumping. I was like, man, I wish I was live, but I'm okay. I'm glad I am, because I'm glad I wasn't, because so I can enjoy that moment. I can enjoy Florida really dominating South Carolina. Listen, I had Florida to win, but I had Florida to win by a close margin. The Vegas knows something, because Vegas had Florida an 8-point favorite. So, glad Cox is gone. Man, I am too. If that was the reasoning, the poor play, especially on defense, and if one cancer can just go across the whole roster, and maybe it affected the offense. I don't know, but Richardson has played better. The offensive line is just a monster. They've been great all year. But, man, that offensive line is getting gaping holes for ETM, Montrell Johnson. I heard one of the announcers say Montrell Johnson is sneaky fast, because he's a big back. He's like a big, big bruiser. But, man, he is fast. I would estimate, maybe a high 4.5, like a 4.58. He runs a 40. ETN's probably more of a high 4.4, 4.48, 4.49. But, man, ETN's just electric. He is just freaking electric. But, Alex Compton, we should blow them out. We shouldn't even been 6, but the special teams kind of folded for, as people would say, for Florida. But, hey, man, this has been a complete game coaching-wise. I can nitpick at the end. That has bothered me all year. But, man, the game that Billy Napier has called up till now is beautiful. It's and I don't throw that word around lightly. I think Billy Napier knows. Maybe it's taken him some time. Now their 10th game on the season. Man, Billy Napier's like, okay, I know what I'm working with. I know what I got. And by the way, guys, look at all these true freshmen all around. Look at Caleb Douglas. How about Caleb Douglas, the guy that people forget in the wide receiver group? He's out here making catches. Marcus Burks had one I'm wanting to see if Lingard will be in the running back group in the second half. Maybe he'll get some carries. But Florida defensive line, they've gotten after. I don't know how many sacks and who's done what, but man, I know Jervin Dexter has wreaked havoc. Ryland's been getting back there. Princely's had a great game so far. Like I said, Trey Dean at the end of the first half making plays. I'm like, where is it? What kind of defense is this? Yeah, I feel bad for South Carolina because now they're walking into the swamp on a Florida team that looks like they have confidence, they have momentum. They feel a little fresher. They got rid of some players that were a cancer to their team. Listen, what's the common denominator? People could say it's not. But man, you get rid of one guy and your team is now 2-0. They've played better ever since after halftime of Texas A&M last week. Totally different team that I've seen. Defensively, offensively, I think the defensive line didn't know who needed to step up. Princely took that upon himself to step up. Man, it's been beautiful, beautiful to watch. Dude, Caleb is very explosive. Whereas this dude Ben, he's been just with Fraziers and Justice Shorter out. He's had to step up. But man, let me tell you something. Caleb Douglas, that number 12, and I look at him, reminds me of someone. Van Jefferson. Boy, do I miss him. And, I like what he's doing in the NFL. But, man, he just reminds me. Yes, he's wearing the number 12, but that Van Jefferson. Every time I look at him, I want to call him Van Jefferson. But, Caleb Douglas looks good, true freshman. I know Richardson missed him on one throw. But, Caleb Douglas, think about the wide receiving core that's coming in for the 2023 class. And then you got Caleb Douglas, Marcus Burke. So how did we lose to Kentucky, Blake? Being supreme, you got me. Even then, after it's Florida. I think someone did say that Florida was going to be so juiced for the Utah game that the next week they were going to lose all the momentum, and it was going to be like they were going to be maybe a little gassed after that Utah game, and it really looked like after the Utah. Florida was stumbling, and Richardson didn't have the greatest game. Defense did well, and I think Billy Napier was still trying to find the offense, trying to figure out how to call an offense with Richardson, with new players. It is what it is. You didn't want to lose to them at home, but it happens. Look at LSU. LSU gets a big win over Alabama. They almost, Arkansas was with their third string quarterback, and LSU almost lost that game. And LSU may drop out of the top 10. I didn't think they were a top 10 team, but LSU had so much energy for that Alabama game. Going on the road, they probably lost a little bit after it. So, only scoring 13 points with that offense that's been scoring 30 plus. So, it is what it is. Anybody can get beat on any given Saturday. So, Florida's had a rough year, but man, if Florida can close out this year strong, it will give momentum for the next year and with the class that's coming in. If Florida loses Richardson, if he comes back, that would be great either way. But Florida's got two quarterbacks that are coming in that are highly touted. Well, at least one is highly touted. And now Jaden Rashada, who Florida just got this week. So it's been a huge week so far. As long as Florida can close out this game against South Carolina. By the way, y'all let me know in the comments when the game begins because I had to take my TV out of here. I'm getting one on Black Friday, so I have one back. But, I like what Billy Napier, like what Patrick Toney has done. Setting the tone for the past couple of weeks. Man, this is great. What's up, buddy? But even my boy, he's excited about it. So let's see. I think they got injured players. We played them too early in the season. Yeah, it is what it is, Gabe. It's Florida 5-4 in the way they're playing. It's like, man, South Carolina 6-3. I don't know. It's just like, it's frustrating. But hopefully Florida can finish out the year strong. Like they're playing this game. So, let's see. Great day for the seniors, and they are playing great in front of the recruits. Big positive, big pluses there. Senior day. Is this the? Of course, the big storyline was, is this the final game for Anthony Richardson? We shall see. But I don't know. I feel like with Anthony Richardson, it's not going to be his final game, final senior game. I think he's going to come back another year. Heck, he's making good money as it is. It sounds like in college football. So I heard he's had over $1 million in NIL deals. So get the money now while it's good in college football and enjoy the college experience. So and get better along the way. Have another full season in an offense to even look better. Maybe come back and be a potential number one overall pick. There's a lot of quarterbacks coming out this year that you're going to be compared to with Bryce Young, Will Levis. Those guys are going to go above them. C.J. Stroud. So there's 3 quarterbacks that are probably going to go above Richardson right now, and it might be some more. So it'll be interesting after the season what Richardson does. But if he leaves, hey, we got more guys behind Richardson. So, but if he doesn't, I'm cool either way. So, whatever he wants to do. So let's see. I hope UF comes out and runs the ball more. Plus, hopefully, our defense will adjust more to stop USC Junior. I really think Florida's done a great job. I really done Florida. Florida has done a great job all around defensively. Like I said, the only score they've gotten is on special teams. So I think Florida, South Carolina gets the ball to start the second half. We'll see what Florida can do on defense. And I don't think they need to change anything. Keep going until they can start getting anything on offense from that defense that you've got. Florida just needs to keep doing what they've done on defense, and offensively just keep pounding the rock, pounding the ball. Richardson doesn't need 100 yards throwing, but it's been on the ground, and go with what's working. So if Richardson needs to make a throw here and there, let him roll out, make a throw. But pound the rock. Run game should be the key, and get after their throat. Don't let up. Don't do some crap where it could be like a 3rd and 7, and you're just going to run it so you keep the clock going. No, on 3rd and 7, roll Richardson out, use his legs, use his arm. Pearsall's the guy to go to. So, but don't let off of the gas. Keep it going. Don't take your foot off their throat. Keep going. So let's see. No mercy in the second half. Beat the Gamecocks worse than they did Florida last year. Everybody, y'all remember the bag. That was, if you've followed me from last year, this marks the year, a year ago, whenever it was the bag game, people know on my channel. Put the bag over my head because I was like, we're going to be like the old Cleveland Browns. Had to put the bag over my head, and it was bad. So I think that's what Florida Gators need. Get back. You got to get them back. So, for sure, Matthew, let's give them payback for last season. See, Gamecocks has more passing yards in the first half than Spencer Rattler. That's bad. I mean, that one pass on the special teams, I think Spencer Rattler only has like 40 yards. Let's see. Let's go Gators. Hello, I remember that, Blake. Alex Compton. Yeah, was not a good. It was for Missouri. It was for Missouri and South Carolina, I thought it was. I thought it was like right after it or something. I thought Missouri. Was it Missouri? And then South Carolina? I thought it was South Carolina. I can't remember now. Man, I almost want to forget that year, to be honest with you. Almost want to forget. But I don't know what he's doing in the back. There ain't no telling. It is what it is. If y'all have kids, y'all know, just sometimes just let them go. What are you doing? Hey, don't burn yourself, dude. Hey. He'll be all right. He'll learn. He'll learn one way or another. Let's see, the South Carolina game had commentators eating pizza during the broadcast, and I meant to write the punter in the first half comment. Oh, man. That's all. Okay. So, yeah, they're eating pizza. Yeah, I remember that. Yep. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. But, hey, guys, listen, this has been probably a complete game, especially in the first half. Hopefully it's not a reversal like last week. Hopefully Florida doesn't play great in the first half and then slumps in the second. As long as defense gets after Spencer Rattler, keeps him uncomfortable, they may switch Spencer Rattler out because he hasn't done much. Now, it's not really his fault. Florida's defensive line is just wreaking havoc on them. So Spencer Rattler has made, he's 5 of 9, so it ain't like he's even had a lot of chances, but he'll be throwing it in the second half. Let's see. The run game for South Carolina, 15 carries, 24 yards, 1.6 yard per carry average. So Florida's done great job on the run game, pass game. I haven't. I don't think I've said that all year, other than the second half of Texas A&M last week. Florida's freaking defense, man. This is like those, those old days with Will Muschamp defense, kind of, only giving up 6 points in the first half, yeah, and that was on special teams. So your defense haven't given up anything, but just dominating, getting right after you. But man, I love seeing guys like AP step up, Rylan. I really like the way he moves. Brenton Cox, I'm not trying to just dog him and throw him into the ground, but there was no pass rush. There was no moves from him. Ryland has some bend, man. I like it when it end like that Von Miller, like how you can bend over under an offensive lineman. If you're outweighed by 50 to 75 pounds, you got to come up with something. So love that, and it looks like the second half has began. So I'm gonna get off of here. I don't know if I'll do another video after the game. I got somewhere to be, but man, hopefully Florida can just keep it going. They can get after them. Oh, and they just get it done and get to 6 wins with 2 more games to go. But hey, guys, as always, I appreciate y'all watching this channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. I appreciate it.